Welcome to the Explainer. You ever just start scrolling through your phone for a minute and then you look up and bam, an hour is just gone? Yeah, that's not an accident. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the social media apps we use every single day and show you the hidden system that's designed to do exactly that, to grab your attention and, in a way, manipulate your mind.
So let's just start with a really fundamental question. All these platforms, they're free, right? But we all know there's no such thing as a free lunch. So what are we actually paying with? And there's the answer. It's so simple, but the implications are massive. The currency these companies trade in is your time and your attention. Two of the most valuable and totally non-renewable resources you will ever have.
Okay, so to really get how they capture our attention, you have to understand one thing first. Your social media feed is not random, not even a little bit. It's a meticulously, carefully crafted system with one very specific goal.
Seriously, every single part of it, from where they put a button to the exact shade of red on a notification icon, is engineered for one reason and one reason only: to keep you scrolling for as long as humanly possible. Why? Well, because more of your time means more ads they can show you, and that, of course, means more money for them.
So how does this whole system actually get its hooks into us? Well, it goes way deeper than just a clever layout. It's designed to tap directly into your brain's chemistry. This is applied neuroscience, plain and simple.
You know that little rush you get when you see a like or a comment pop up? That's a tiny hit of dopamine in your brain. But here's the kicker. It's unpredictable. Psychologists call this a variable reward schedule. It works exactly like a slot machine in Vegas. You pull the lever, or, refresh your feed, never knowing if you're going to get a reward. And that uncertainty is what makes it so incredibly addictive. It creates this powerful loop that keeps you coming back for more.
And it's not just about getting you hooked. It's also about shaping what you see. The algorithms behind your feed are building a personalized little reality just for you. By constantly feeding you stuff that it knows you already agree with, it can trap you in what's called an echo chamber. And that can actually shrink your worldview over time and make it harder and harder to see other points of view.
So, what makes all these technical tricks so powerful? Well, it's because they aren't just manipulating lines of code. They're manipulating us, tapping right into the core of human psychology, our deepest, most basic human needs and our biggest vulnerabilities. They tap into our primal fear of missing out, what everyone calls FOMO. That endless river of posts about parties, vacations, and cool events creates this powerful feeling of urgency, this little anxiety that pushes you to stay plugged in, always checking, just so you don't feel like you're being left behind.
And that leads you straight into the social comparison trap. What we're doing constantly is we're measuring our own real, messy, everyday lives against the perfectly polished, filtered, curated highlight reels that everyone else is posting. It's a game you're basically set up to lose from the start.
And all of this just feeds this deep-seated need for acceptance, for validation. Before you know it, your own self-worth gets tangled up with online approval. The number of likes you get on a photo can literally dictate your mood for the rest of the day.
All right, let's look at the actual design choices. Kind of like the smoking guns that are built right into the architecture of these apps. These are the tangible tools that make them so incredibly hard to just put down. You know all of these. I mean, you've seen every single one. That infinite scroll that just never ever lets you get to the bottom of the page, or that little red notification bubble that just screams to be clicked. These aren't just features, they are precision engineered to trigger our psychological weak spots. And this table right here, it lays it out perfectly. There's a direct line connecting each tactic to a specific psychological effect. The infinite scroll, it's designed to make you lose all track of time. Those targeted notifications, they're built to create anxiety and FOMO. This isn't random. It's a very deliberate cause and effect map.
Okay, so understanding all this stuff is the first crucial step, but knowledge is pretty useless unless you act on it, right? So now we're going to get to the most important part, how you can start to take back control of your own digital life.
Look, this is not about telling you to just delete all your accounts and go live in the woods. It's about making a fundamental shift in your mindset. It's about going from being a passive user who gets manipulated by the platform to being an active, intentional user who is in charge. And the great news is you can totally fight back. Here are some real, concrete things you can do today. Turn off all the notifications that aren't absolutely essential. Set time limits on the apps you use the most. These might sound like small tweaks, but trust me, they are powerful ways to reclaim your focus and start breaking those addictive cycles. And always remember this, you are the architect of your own feed. You hold the power. Unfollow accounts that make you feel anxious or bad about yourself. Actively go look for different points of view. Design your feed so that it serves you, not so that it drains you.
So I'll just leave you with this final question. Now that you've seen the blueprint, now that you know how the game is played, the choice is really yours. Who's in control? The algorithm or you? Something to think about the next time you pick up your phone.